Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a deep dive, more in-depth and answering your questions type video regarding my $30 micro Honda Element camper conversion. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll put a link in the description below. I highly recommend you watch that first. It's a lot more entertaining and fun to watch, and it'll give you an overview and a better mindset to know if you actually do then want to sit through this video and watch it. So, no hard feelings if you duck out and go watch it, and if you don't come back, it's okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the project itself, and let's talk a little bit how I made the window blackout coverings, or whiteout coverings, since I used white foam board. For the front two windows, the driver and passenger side, I had the ability to roll the glass down, and I just stuck the board on one side and traced the outside, got my measurement, perimeter and all that, cut it to shape. That was easy, no big deal. The front windows of the Element are so large that I did have to use two pieces, but they still fit in place and I was happy with the result, so no problems there. My method for the rest of the windows, all the ones where you don't have the luxury of removing the glass and then tracing the hole, was to take some scrap cardboard like cereal boxes or food box or something of the nature, tape it together and give me a sheet, and then I would go inside the car and I would like smush it up against the window glass, trace it, make creases, trim it with some scissors, get me a little bit closer, hold it back up, trace it, trace, cut, back and forth several times until I got a cardboard template that I was happy with. I then took that cardboard template, smacked it down on top of the foam core poster board, traced it, cut it, and it worked. So I repeated that process for the two rear side windows and then the two middle vent windows as well. Speaking of those vent windows, I am really pleased with how it turned out. I can't really say it was by design. It kind of just how it ended up happening. The little notches in the foam board, how it allowed me to still open and close those windows to continue to have blackout or no visibility inside the car, but also have ventilation. That was an unknown perk that I found out whenever that was done. So, cool. Win-win. Next up is to talk about the actual thing that probably got a lot of you guys to click on my video, and that's when you saw a dang window AC sticking out of the back of a Honda Element. Alright, so the materials I needed for that was one 2x4 sheet of 1/2-inch plywood, got it from the home center, and then about 6 of these foam pipe insulators you get from the plumbing department. I think they're like 1-inch diameter is what they're made for. So I measured and tapered the plywood. I think it was 48 inches on the bottom and I believe 44 on the top. Measure your element if you're cutting it just to make sure. And then I added the foam all around to give it like a gasket and seal up the irregularities of the hatch and everything. Once I was happy with that, I took the window AC out of one of the spare bedrooms we have of our house, which is also why I didn't include that in my total purchase amount of this project because I had it already. Took it out, found the center of the plywood, and cut my rectangle out for the AC to slide through. Sounds simple enough, but it did take me about 3 trips down to my workshop to get that square just right and perfect. I didn't want a loose fit, so I kept trying to and having to sneak up on it too. Once I was happy with the cut, I then took it over to the Element, put it in place, put the foam things on it, and hooked it up. Elements have the little seat belt latch points on the very back of the car at the top, and that actually worked for wonderful attachment points of a ratchet strap to hook on one side, loop down at the tailgate and through the little metal latch of the door, and then back up to the other side. They didn't design it this way, but dang, it worked out good. Next up, as far as questions from you guys, was I didn't show anything about cooking. I didn't show any kind of camp setup or kitchen setup or anything like that. So here's the footage of me actually cooking my meal that night at the campground. I used my backpack stove, my little Esbic cook set, pot, water, and I just did one of the backpacker's pantry's meals. I filmed all this with the intention of showing it, but changed my mind when I felt like it was kind of boring and didn't flow with the feel of the final video. And then also whenever I poured the water in and shook it, it exploded all over me. So I kind of didn't want to show that either. But you guys get to see it here. Glue up all over my hand. Okay, a little note. Don't shake the devil out of that bag like I just did. It blew up all over my hand and arm and shirt. Alright guys, so let's get into the actual meat of why you're here. And that's answering the question of, how did you power the air conditioner? Simple answer, I plugged it in. Longer answer? Okay. So I stayed at a state park campground for the night. They had full hookup with electric and water at each campsite, as well as a bathhouse very close to where I parked. You can actually see all of this as I was pulling in that opening shot of the video. You'll see the bathhouse straight ahead, and if you look, you'll see the little posts at each spot for electric. So, say I cheated, say I didn't cheat, whatever it's worth. That's how I powered my air conditioner, the lamp, and everything in the car. I ran an extension cord from the power pole or post at the campground into the element through the rear driver's side door. I just let the door close and it didn't break the wire or anything. It's kind of loose fitting there, so you're good. I ran that into the element, added a multi-strip, and then split it off to air conditioner, lamp, phone charger, and stuff like that. You could easily run this off of a small generator. I don't know the wattage, and it's going to vary based upon the air conditioner you might use, the equipment you're going to haul, and all sorts of other stuff. So kind of play around with that. But honestly, I don't know that I would go that route for a generator with an air conditioner unless I was just hard up in a situation, couldn't find another solution, didn't have $25 for a state park with power. But I'm also not everyone, so that may be the best choice for you. It's worth bearing in mind that this was an experiment. I tried to be upfront and honest with everyone that this is not a full-blown trying to live in it type situation. I wasn't trying to fool anyone that I'm stealth camping in the middle of, I don't know, a government facility and they don't know I'm there. This was honestly just, what's it like to sleep in my car overnight? Holy crap, it's going to be hot as crap. So I need an air conditioner. How do I do that? I got to go to work in the next 2 days and get it done. Well guys, I appreciate you watching. If you are not yet a subscriber, smash that subscribe button, the bell button, check it out. Come join me with us on our videos and creations. And if you are new here, be sure you check out our other videos. We have over 200 videos on YouTube covering a wide assortment of things. We're not just a homestead, gardening, look at our animals type channel. We are actually a majority of a DIY, how to do it yourself type channel where we show you projects we do. I do appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. I plugged the car. Nope. I plugged the outlet. Nope. I slept like crap.